Hello and welcome to another installment of the Wolfpack Discs Michigan State Tournaments Recap Show presented by Wolfpack Discs, Mitten Bags, and your mother. Welcome our host in Brian Papa Wolf Frawley.
Rich, thanks for the intro. Very kind. I think you forgot to use the acronym PDGA in there, but besides that, I give
Okay.
you a solid C plus. Hey, welcome back. It's been a few weeks. I think the last time we recorded might have been around St. Patrick's Day. Maybe we had a couple of the pops there. And now it's we're recording on a Tuesday in the middle of the day, so this is a little less fun maybe for you to listen
Yes.
to. But either way, we did come up with a great decision after. Quick discussion, we decided to cut an arbitrary line. So if you've got an A tier in the state, we're going to talk about it. If you got B tier in the state, we're going to do our best to talk about it. And if you got a C tier, but it's under 40 people, at least this week, we did not talk about it. So congrats to those people that participated in those events. Thank you to those TDs for running those events. And feel free to continue to run events. If you need help getting registration numbers, Richard is a great resource. I would love to help you as well. And we'll keep growing this great game in our state. But starting off, we had a featured event in Grand Rapids, Michigan, part of the Grand Rapids Disc Golfers United in Charities events known as March Mayhem. Discraft presented that featured event, obviously. Starting off with Pro, we have Kevin Fodry from Indiana coming up, making himself $780. Congrats to him with Sam Smeagol and Tim Barham, Nick Robertson, and George Bino coming in second and third and third and third, respectively. In that grouping, in FPO, Lindsey Moss takes it down with Nikki Taylor coming in second. In MA40, Jason Hilla came in first with Joe Rotowski and Josh Wood tying for second, averaging -6 around. So -12 gets you second place in MA40 that day. I don't think you or I would have got there, my friend.
Jason
Uh,
Hilla is just lucky we weren't there.
yeah, right. Yeah, right. Angela Nichols gets herself a win in FA40. In MA60, Scott Atkins takes it down. Sam Rogers, Jake Mullane, and Bill Gilbert go one, two, three. Oh, sorry. Nicholas Vandermolen and Gabe Overway as well for three there. Slight tie. To give you reference, I did shoot -6, but it took me 2 rounds to do it, so I would not have done as well there. But if you're reading along at home, you'll notice in 10th position, yep, that is me. But in 11th position is my brother-in-law Joel, which means I did win
uh,
that weekend. Angie Dixon takes first in FA3, and Bryson Beck takes first in MA4. And in MA1, we had Keegan Lux, Joshua McCarthy, and Lucas Moeller go 1-2-2. In MP40, Josh Taylor shockingly wins MP40. Dan Treese comes in second there, only shooting -16, gets you second place. And then Ryan Bolin gets himself third at -8. So we wouldn't have cashed there as well. And in MA3, Francisco Pascal takes it down. So congrats to those. Thank you to Shay and Brandon Braystead for running that event and running Grand Rapids Disc Golfers United in charity. Richard, talk to us about the Southern Michigan Open.
Southern Michigan Open was the weekend of March 22nd, 23rd. It was an A tier, one of the first A tiers in the state this year, run by Mr. Michalak, and had a good 23 players in AM1. Congrats to Nolan Johnson taking it down by 3 strokes over a good shooter in Rad Sawyer, who got second. And then Jonah Harmon in third, and that was all under par. So that's a good couple rounds there for this A tier in Dexter, Michigan. And then in FA1 for the ladies, we had the Kohat sisters, Kylie and Peyton, taking it down. Kylie winning by 7 strokes over her sister Peyton, and then Jacqueline DeLue taking third place there. Those young girls that are really going to be killing it the next few years. They're already there, and they're just getting better and better. Go down to MA50. Got Jody Rawls in convincing fashion, taking it down by 11. And
Ooh.
yeah, in MA2, we had 30 players. Very good turnout for that. Ben Murphy showing out with a 14 under, and then they're two tied for second with an 8 under. So he took it out by 6. That's Kyle Schumann and Corbin Samoff. Pretty good rounds there also. And FA2, Isabella Habersky taking it down. And MA3, another big field at 22. Neil Sanders winning by 3 over Jared Van Zant and Ryan Gallagher. Let's see, MA4, 17 players. Michael Wells taking it down. Time to move up, Michael. You too, Jeremy
Ooh.
and Michael Taylor. Let's see here. It looks like a few people are in potential to move on up, but that's a big A-tier win. Congratulations to all those players out there. Way to get your points. A lot of players.
All right. In the survival ponds number 2, I assume there might have been a number 1, but who knows? Sometimes we
Weird.
just go right to the sequel. We had 43 players. Thank you, Donald Ruddock, for running that. Looks like in MA40, Travis Wong takes it down with Rob Kasparit and Frank Taylor. Not sure if that's related to Josh or Luke there, but there you go on 1, 2, 3. Sarah Craner takes FA40 down. Andrew Johnston takes down MA2 with Ethan Corson and our friend Darren Ott in third. Ariel Barons takes down FA2 in the looks like biggest division of 15. In MA3, Dustin Nomad Courtney takes down first Jay Moran, I assume, and Connor Brzezinski. Yep, that's what happens when Papa's tired.
We're gonna go with Moran.
Yeah, there we go. And in MA40, or MA4, Aaron Kazanki takes first place, and in FA4, Cassandra Durketz takes first place. Moving on, Richard.
All right, the Windy Lion, run by a friend of ours, Doug McIntosh. That was in New Hudson, Michigan, right around Milford and all that. Also, we have a big friend of the pack, one of our favorite Michigan pros, Austin Bates, taking it down
Woo woo.
with a minus 15, and it must have gone to a playoff because Grant Frudenstein also had a minus 15, but that was a difference of about 80 $88 winning that playoff, but he won 276 total. And then in third place, we had Matt Riebling.
Hey, quick question. I know you're
Yeah.
reading, and that's tough. Grant, we said Grant's name a few times at the USADGC when we were announcers
Mm-hmm.
back in the day. Would you
Yes.
say his last name for me one more time, please?
I believe it's Freudenstein.
Okay. Your
That's
guess
what
is
I
as good as
remember. Yeah. That's
I
what I
didn't know if
remember
it was
because
a or of a ooh or an ah, and I appreciate
um,
you nonetheless.
my
MA1,
hook
sorry to
on
distract
Phonic,
you.
it's like the psychologist Freud. That's the first 5 letters. And then
Okay.
I think it's Einstein or Einstein. It's got to
Okay.
be that one of those. Anyway, that was a couple years ago. I forget. But see some of our friends there. I see little Phil Delone coming out. He's trying to get that 1,000 rated round. I played a practice round with him the other day actually, and he's shooting pretty good right now. But anyway, going down to AM1, Nolan Johnson taking it down by 3 over David Myers and Zachary Petzel. That's a pretty good group of AM1s. Also, there's 11 players in there. Let's see, MA2, 20 players. Michael Kolchek, Kowalczyk. We're going to
Yep.
Kowalczyk. Taken down. Also, it looks like there's a 4-man playoff. Holy
Yeah.
shit!
I believe that's a four-man playoff.
Have we ever seen one of those or run one like that?
I've seen a
Seen three.
I've seen
Yeah,
three. I've never seen a four.
I don't even think I've seen that like on the pro tour or anything. Definitely seen 3, but not 4.
Yeah.
Well, hey, way to have a tight race, and the 3 of you who lost the playoff, think about that one putt you missed throughout the 2 rounds. Remember that one putt? Man, that
Uh,
sucked. We all have them.
yeah.
All right, but Josh Orr, Dale Cantrell, and Nick Pacific, you all get your flowers for shooting a great couple rounds, along with Michael Kowalczyk. MA3, we had 10 players. Mike Shearer taking it down. MA4, we had 12 players. Emmanuel Crone taking that one down. Another playoff. How many playoffs we have?
There was
That's
quite a lot
ridiculous.
of playoffs in that event.
Holy shit.
Well,
Imagine trying to run all of them.
Yeah, I didn't read ahead, so I don't know if we have a playoff here, but thanks to Justin Smith for running the battle at Hammond, Assistant Director Shay Abgey. 72 players there. MPO Justin Larson takes it down, otherwise known as JL Dyes. Check out his
Yeah.
dye work. Joe Durr Tim comes in second, and Ben Van Sumeren comes in third. In FPO, Lindsay Moss takes it down. Jamie Guest and Ember Simonis go 2-3. In MP60, Chris Smith takes it down. In MA1, Brandon Bush takes first. Elijah Stirk. If you don't know that name, learn it now. Very good
Yeah.
up and coming player. And then Ross Bosch takes in third. Elijah, not sure if he's even 18 yet.
Oh, wow.
Jaden Reynolds takes down FA1 in MA40. Michael Savoy edges out Jay Allaire. Jay Allaire, great guy. Michael Savoy, great guy. That would have been a fun group to play with for sure. Jason
Definitely.
Rodriguez and Dylan Carr come in third as well. In MA50, John Booney takes first. In MA2, Levi Kittler takes first. FA2, Marissa Savoy takes it down. In MA3, Dalton Young takes it down. And in MA4, Cody McCarty takes it down. While in FA4, CJ Jensma takes it down. So congrats to all the winners. Good amount of groups, good amount of divisions represented in there for 72 players.
Absolutely.
So well done, everybody out there at Hammond.
Yeah, we're definitely starting to see more and more of these tournaments getting filled up. Like the next one, a good little segue, has 71 players. It was King's Cortland Open, presented by Discraft, and Shay Abgey was the TD there. Only two players in Open, but Trevor Balfour takes it down. Go to MA1, Micah Phillips taking it down by 6 strokes.
Woo.
Those round ratings, yeah, those are 970 both the rounds. 975, and he's a
Yeah.
930 rated. So his rating's going up. I wouldn't say he has to move up to pro yet, but he might be getting there, Mike. That was 2 good rounds there. Let's see here. Sam Odell got second place there, and Tyler Vanderweed got third in MA40. Tung Do taking it down by 7 strokes. A couple good rounds for him as well. MA50, Chad Ree. MA60, Todd Simcoe taking it down by 12. Move up to MA50 maybe. I don't
Yeah, move
know.
down,
Can we
move
call out the
over.
old? Can we call out the old guys? I don't know. I guess you can go pro also. MA2, Eric Henderson squeaking it out by 1 stroke over Eric DeSmet. And big field in MA3 though, 34 players and a convincing win by, I assume, young Aiden Bigelow, only rated 861. But
Not
he
for
shot
long.
943 and 957 rounds, winning by 7 strokes. Aiden, it's time to go to AM2.
Yeah, well, don't worry. There was a five-way tie for fourth, so that's always exciting
Yeesh,
too.
yeah. But in second place tied is Ryan Bronkema and Ethan Stelter. And again, like you said, there's four in fourth place, or five. Yeah, five-way tie. And then MA4, 10 players, Jason Bigelow in all caps, taking it down with a 12 under par. You notice in M3, or sorry, M4, look at all those ratings for those players.
Hmm.
Half of them don't have them. So we'll see where those ratings end up. Looks like Jason's going to start off in M3 no matter what he does because
Yep.
he averaged over 850. But, that's what you do. Play the first round or first tournament at AM4 and then move on up if you
Hey,
do well.
we took the screen where we were showing all the tournaments off line. Now you have to look at our face for a second. Hey, how you doing? Gotta put some claps out there. I went to the best run flex start of my entire life with you a few weeks ago.
Oh, yeah. Where was that?
Uh, it was at Detroit's Palmer Park, maybe the jewel of Detroit in my eyes, and a ever-growing disc golf scene down in Detroit. And thank you for being a part of that, Richard. But Alex
Yeah.
Baker ran the Baker's Dozen. I was given a donut upon arrival and had the most thorough uh, pre-information email I've ever gotten, including some of the larger A tiers that I've ever been to. And then went out to this course, which I was familiar with, but had never seen it been roped off and flagged so well. It looked like I was heading to a Pro Tour event. So again,
Yeah.
Alex Baker, a very very high bar to set. If you're trying to run a flex start and do a little good for the world, please go to one of Alex's and learn how to run a great flex start because he did a fantastic job. Anyways, moving
Yeah.
on, we had some pros.
Real
Yeah, go
quick
ahead.
on Alex. So, like when I first met him a few years back, started coming to doubles and putting league. Um, he seemed like just very shy, like had his headphones in, just nice guy and everything. But he's really come out of his shell the last couple of years, and to the point where now he's comfortable enough in the disc golf scene to start running events. And he's the type of person who is going to be on every little single detail. If he misses something, he's that type A that really wants everything to be perfect. So like I even walked the course with him before, played it out, and we laid out the stakes, and he was taking all my advice. Like what about this hole, or should I combine these two, or whatever else? Should we have out of bounds on this hole? Sometimes no, sometimes yes, but he's taking it all well. He's going to be a home run hitter running tournaments in the future. He doesn't plan on making it one and done.
Good.
So look out,
Good to
Alex
hear.
Baker events, and call himself the Muffin Man. So
Yeah.
help him out. Go to those tournaments.
All right. Good soliloquy. Good job.
Yeah,
MPO, we had five. Colin Hind, Rad Sawyer, James Bates, 1, 2, 3. In MA1, he had 12. Cameron Lauderdale, Kevin Bernard, Nick Flugger, Brandon Maxon, Ryan Gallagher. That's a four-way tie for second. Congrats to them. In MA40, Brian Patton shoots a neg 6. Only twice as good as the second place tie between one Richard Engelmann and two Brian Frawley. That's me and him. Congrats to us for taking the
to be fair
silvers.
though, he is rated like 45 more than us or something.
Yeah,
55 than me. So
hey,
we
he was
held up.
rated. We held up.
Yeah, we
We
hung
held
with him.
up.
Yeah.
Great course. Again, way to use the little 9-hole kids course and bring the whole property into play there. John V gets MA50. Marco gets MA2. And Adam Witowski takes MA3. Megan Mack takes FA3. Sean Richards takes MA4. Moving on to Richards telling you to bring your boots.
Clever name there, Christopher DeRozier and Jacqueline DeLude. They had 64 players up in Sagnasty, Michigan. Good open field with 11 players, and surprise, surprise, Mr. Josh Taylor taking down $250 over Patrick Nemmer and Mike Schiller taking down second and third there. And one, only three players. We had Mason Frost taking that down by 8 strokes. See what those ratings were. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
974, 984. All right, Mason, we see
Yes,
you.
70 over your rating. Nice job, mate.
Yeah, he's only 903 rated, so I can't say move up, but nice work on that course at least.
Hmm.
Winning FA1 by 15 strokes, we have Jacqueline DeLude over Nikki Taylor and Rachel Dupree. MA40, Brad Patera taking it down. MA2, let's see here. Chase, how do I get all the hard ones? Ritluski.
Ratelski. Ratelski.
Do you know how to say that one? All right. Chase
Ratelski.
Ritelsky. All right.
Maybe.
He got a -3. Yeah, maybe. Taking it over Devin Bleicher and Rob Sanborn. And MA3, 18 players. Caleb Signer and B. That was a three-way tie also. All right. So
Yes.
Caleb Signer beat James Taylor and Chris Kraus for the MA3 title. So good job, Caleb. And MA4, also a playoff. A lot of them this spring. Joe Carr beating out Hayden Smith for the MA4 title. And we have a couple junior events also there. Robert Saunders and Bobby Sparks. Congratulations on your junior wins.
There was a Sorensen Stampede up there in Holly. If you haven't been there, you should check it out. Paul Grossa was your TD. In MPO, Blake Galeski, or Galesk? Blake Galesk, we'll go with that.
Oh,
Takes
yeah.
number one with Andrew Savage, and Lincoln Zawala and Derek Wing coming in third. MA40, Russell Miller. MA60, Matthew McCready. MA2, Tommy Mullen. Been
Ooh.
playing with him for a long time. Sean Leachy in second there, and MA3, 14 players of Dave Miller coming in first by 1 point over Chris Wood, and MA40, Samuel Turner takes it down. So congrats to those players. Thanks, Paul.
All right. Next up on the list, April 5th up in Kalkaska, Michigan. They got 75 players in Kalkaska.
Woo.
That's hard to do. That's like the whole UP, I feel like.
I don't.
Anyway, and you know who's up there? Mr. Travis Lowe
Yeah,
taking it down
T-Lo.
by one stroke over Agosto Favela. And then a stroke behind them is Alex Parker. Congratulations, T. Lowe.
Yeah,
By
T-Lo.
the way, inside info, he's coming down for the Wu-Tang concert. So we're going to check that out together in July, I think. Yeah.
Excellent.
We're going down to MA 64 players. Mike Petrie takes it down by a stroke. MA2, 10 players. We got Simon Kohler and Scott White, another playoff. And Simon takes it down. FA2, Maddie Speaks. In MA3, we got 21 players. Jason Gear
Ooh.
taking it down by one stroke over Logan Fuller and Victor Woodhams. Let's see here real quick what those ratings look like. 930, 893. That's a good couple rounds, Jason. And FA3, Laura Meyer. And in MA4, we got Kayan Holman taking it down by three over a 25 person group. So Brian Krajenica and Bradley Pearson taking second and third. And in FA4, Chanina Stevens. Congratulations.
All right, the 2025 Spring Throwdown at Stoneco. Mark Cruz was your TD. Blake Weber takes down MPO. Michael Cleland takes down MA1. MA2 was Griffin Utley. In MA3, 16 people here. Jacob Pasterek, Devin Widener, and Lang Thombrey, as well as Christopher Ryan, go 1, 2, 3, 3 there. In FA3, Tammy Widener, and in MA4, 19 people, Daniel O'Brien, Mike Baroof, and Gerald Jasinski go 1, 2, 2 in that group.
Okay, moving on to the Hudson Valley Open on Sunday.
What was that
That was
first word you said?
Huron Valley Open. What I
There
say?
we go. Hudson.
Yeah, Hudson will be good. All right, Huron Valley Open presented by Discraft. This was a B tier and presented by Douglas McIntosh again. Wow, we had 44 players in Open. That's huge. So
Hmm.
well done getting all those pros in there, and well done to Sam Schmagel, who took it down by one stroke over a bunch of shooters in this field. If you look down that list, that's the who's of Michigan pros, and for Sam to take that down, congrats on that. 21 under, and you got yourself $600, barely getting past Frank Smith and Nick Green. But yeah, there's a lot of good players in there as you scroll down, and that must have been a tough day out there. And so well done, way to beat the field, Sam. Go down to women's division. They have nine, so another good turnout for Doug at this tournament. And see her name again, Kylie Kohut, taking it down by four strokes over Sandy Hendel and Lindsay Moss. Kylie's killing it. And MA 40, Jeff Miller winning by two over Kelly Meadows and Chris Woody. And also Matt Murdoch's right there. A couple old buddies. Mixed AM 55, Matt Tidsdale and Michael Mike. Matt's taking it down. Wow, huge field in MA2. 52 players and taking it down by three strokes. Wow, it's Braylon Plank. What were those ratings? Yeah, Braylon, you might need to go up to M1 here soon, bro. I don't think he has a choice, honestly.
Yeah, 934. He's going to go up by 1 point. He'll be fine,
Yeah,
mate.
yeah. And then Nick Pacific and Jordan Gelati taking down second and third. And let's see. And MA4, 27 players. Jason Klein. Congratulations. You're in M3 now.
Yeah,
Taking
basically.
it down. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
All right.
basically. All right, Springtime Open by your tournament director, Brent Guest. That's up there in Davison, Michigan. My assumption is Goldenrod without looking based on that location. In
Yeah.
MPO, Steve Wagner takes first. Caleb Zohent takes second. Tying George Bino, friend of the show. In MA1, Mason Frost takes it down. In MA40, Christopher Taylor takes it down. In a 18-person MA2 field, Tyler Wedge, Derek Dreher, and Noah Dilber go 1, 2, 2, with Jared Hunt, friend of the family, friend of the show, friend of the pack, coming in fourth as well. Shout out,
There you
Jared.
go, Jared.
And let's see, MA3, Alex Schneider takes it down. MA4, Daniel Wolak doesn't have a rating, maybe his first tournament, and you got real close to having to play MA2 in your second tournament. So good job.
Hey, welcome
Uh,
to M3, Daniel.
yeah, way to shoot. Come play with Richard and I. And John Kelly takes the juniors 10 and under division. By the way, shooting 107 and 99. That's awesome for a 10-year-old through Goldenrod. There's a lot
That's
of
really good.
water.
That's so hard.
Yeah, there's
So
a
hard.
ton of water on that. So shout out John. All right, Rich, tell us about Bloom.
Well, real quick, it's not on the list, but the next day after after the was a springtime open, uh, um, Brian Evans ran a disc golf for a cause event. Had like 120 people. They raised a bunch of money, so I just wanted to give him a shout out for continuing to
Yeah,
run those events. And I know it was a great turnout. I wanted to get up there, but life happened. And
yeah.
but either way, congrats on a good turnout and all the money raised up there. And we always appreciate you doing that, Brian. So back to this though. Birch and Bloom, they had 74 players. And this was a C tier run by Matt Thielen in Hope, Michigan. And we got 14 in MA1. Curtis LaFon taking it down by 4 over Ross Beach and Keegan
Oh,
Lau.
Ross Bosch.
Ross Bosch, what did I say, Beach?
Yep.
Yeah, fair enough. Dude, look at those round ratings though. They're averaging like 1,000, both of those guys
Yeah.
on that round or that day. But either way, in MA2, Andrew Flaherty winning by 2 over Eric Essex and Omar Manes. MA3, 31 players. Darian Balser taking it down by 1. We had 3 people tied with 1 stroke behind them. So once again, gentlemen, Darian Balser didn't miss that putt that you guys did. Cody Churchill, Evan Levac, and Jack Moll.
The top 10 of that division were separated by 3 strokes.
That's wild. What
Yeah.
course is that in Holt? I forget what's there.
That would
Birchfield.
be
Yeah.
Birchfield, so
Yeah.
Renegades.
Okay.
Yep. All right.
And then MA4, congrats Robert Chapman and Ben Yoder for moving up to AM3 next time.
All right, the door is open, presented by Discraft. Shout out Zacho from our fantasy disc golf chats. He was our TD with Shay Abji as your assistant TD. Went into the course blind. I played it. I'll tell you more about it in a second. Landon Beal takes down MPO with Miles Hansel in second and Zach Knipe in third. And MP40 Dan Treese wins by 5 over Ryan Bowling and Sam Vandergraft. And MP60 Russell Phillips takes it down. The one and only MA1 was Trevor Potter. The 5 MA2s. Congrats to Grant Taylor for taking it down over Charles Young and Joe Nordhaus. But the 42 AM3s,
Jesus.
the unofficial West Michigan AM3 tournament, I was signed up for a different tournament, saw the numbers, and decided to go play. So congrats to Bryson Beck, whose name we called out earlier, winning MA4. He did move up, and look
Nice
what
work, Bryson.
happens. He's gonna have to move up to MA2 soon because he
I think
drops
so.
down 290s or two 930 rated rounds. Mike Raymond takes second with Ember Simonis. Oh, and then look who that little young man is
Nice
timed for
work.
fourth, shooting over his rating. It was a fun course to play blind. Really cool to see all of the random players out there. Awesome to get 40 plus in that division. And then Graham Ortiz takes down MA4. So great job, Zach, running that tournament. Richard, tell us about the Power Disc Golf Academy Championship Series qualifier at Fallsburg Park.
All right, so just sidebar. The Power Disc Golf Academy Championship Series. What is that?
Do I have to answer for real or can I just off the
It was,
cuff here?
yeah, it was off the cuff,
Hey,
honestly.
if you have watched any
Uh,
DGN coverage or any
yeah.
post-production coverage in the last 3 months, you've seen advertisements with a whole bunch of pros, mainly featuring Gannon Burr, for
Hmm.
a Power Disc Golf Academy Championship series, which would be running qualifier events all over. Michigan had one. It was at Fallsburg, and the top like 50% qualify to go to Eagles Crossing in Missouri or wherever it is, and you then have to beat the other 50% from every other tournament that make it. So it seems like a lot of work to get there, and it seems like a giant net they're casting. I'm sure they're going to have huge um, divisions, but in MPO doesn't matter because the King of the North came down and
The king of the
said
north,
"Hey,
the
I'm
king of the
still
north.
teaching. I'm still raising my kids. Still hanging out with my beautiful family. Oh, and I'll just come down and throw a couple thousand rated rounds and take your money and then go back up north." So, Kyle, good to see you as always. Joe Durr comes in second. Jaden Phillips comes up from Indiana for third. I believe he is from Indiana. FPO Kaylee Kohut takes it down over Lindsay Mosh, and the captain makes her first appearance on the show, I believe,
Lisa.
comes in third place. In MA1, Braylon Plank comes in first over Sam McLaughlin. There's 10 players there. In FA1, 6, Peyton Kohut takes down Sierra Phillips and Nikki Taylor, 1, 2, 3 there. In MA40, Michael Zavoy, there we said his name again, takes first, and Dan Worth and Jason Church come in second and third. Does make me very nervous that Matt Murdoch is now 40 years old and is 950 rated and is going to be playing our division. That's just a sidebar.
It makes me
Uh,
nervous that he's not getting top threes in the couple times I've seen him. He's so good.
dude, but Mike Savoy's a shredder and plays Fallsburg a lot. So Jay
Uh,
Lair takes down MA50. Don't know if I said Marissa Savoy, but she takes down FA40. MA60 is Keith Goodrow. MA2 at 21 players. Will Anima takes first. Garrett Alvarez takes second, and Colin Haynes takes third. MA3 had 10, and Nicholas St. Clair takes that one down. FA3, Angie Dixon takes it down, and Sean Goshorn takes down MA4. Victory Park combined. Richard, you're up.
Sorry, you got me with one of the names. I'm not going to say which one, but anyway.
That's okay.
All right. So, all right, here we go. We
Yep.
got Victory Park. This is the April 12th one, right? MA1. Or the other one. Sorry, I got you.
Just doesn't matter. Just do one of them.
Yeah, what's on your screen? The Pro?
Mix MA1 now because you said that first.
All right, here we go. We got 12 people in MA1. Ian Kumpala taking it down by 2 strokes over Connor Clark and Matthias Post. Nice shooting, Ian. Let's see, down here in M3, we had 15 players with Brennan Crocker taking it down with a -5. And that's a good day out there at Victory Park. That's a tough course. And then
For sure.
in second place, tied behind him at -2, Robert Woolner and Jacob Miracle. And
Moving on
then
to MPO.
the day after they had the pros and AM2s, AM4s, and women. We have another Josh Taylor sighting. So close, Skyler right behind him, but Josh got him by 1 stroke. Skyler Stoker and Zachary Hardham coming in at 1,600. God, that's so hot to not win. But Josh taking home $889. George Bino also tied there for second place with -16, and then some other shooters behind him like Noah Morehouse. I see some good names down there, but that was definitely a very competitive field. And congrats again to Josh Taylor. In FPO, we got CC Volbrecht taking down it in the FPO against Jessica Oleski. In MA40, Joshua Morgan winning by 5 strokes over previously mentioned Matthew Murdoch. MA60, congrats Tim Sylvan. And MA2, 14 players. We had Dylan Foster taking it down by 4. He's playing MA2 with no rating. We'll see where that ends up. And then Tristan Ingle and Michael Kowalczyk right behind him in second and third place. And then small field MA4, but congrats Tim Tilford. Let's see. Yeah, congratulations. You're in MA3 now, Tim.
All right.
A lot of
Well,
guys getting moved up today.
yeah, ratings update in early May is going to be hot for a lot of people, I think.
Yeah.
Mob shootout happened. Big A tier at one point in the state. I would be shocked if it's A tier again next year because only 33 people came to this one. There's a lot to be said about course or player or TD or players pack or payout or all those things combined. What other events are around the area to make you choose what events to play. But yeah, Colin Sherrod takes down first. And MA1, Sean Reed takes down first in MA40. Corey Fisher takes down first in MA50. Ron Simpson, great guy right there, takes down MA60. Austin Queener takes down MA2. MA3, Andy Pinney takes it down, and Evan Boos takes it down in MA4. So, congrats to all the people that we brought up today. Thanks for playing disc golf. We really appreciate it. Richard and I would do this and talk about nothing, but we'd prefer to talk about frisbees. So, thanks for playing disc golf, Richard. I did not prepare a giveaway.
Oh, I can get something probably. Let
Do
me
you have
just go
something
grab
to give
something.
away? Or do you want
Yeah,
me to reach on this shelf? I can reach. I'm
just
reaching.
reach.
Okay. I have a fun and unique idea. All right.
While you're at it, we have doubles at Palmer Park every Wednesday afternoon at starting at 5:30. We will move that to 6 eventually once daylight is better. And then on April 25th, we are doing our third ace race at the Lexus Velodrome in Detroit. We've been getting 60 something, 70 something people at the first couple. So, it's a good turnout, good music, good vibes. We throw glow discs in the dark in the dome. So we won't get wet either.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
local
It's
shoppers.
really cool event. Hope you make it. I think I'll be making that one. That would be three in a row for me. That's a lot of fun. May 10th is our women's featured event in Gowan, Michigan. And then the end of May, we have the Wolfpack Disc Open, which is our featured event. More information about our June events coming out soon, but some of them are already on Disc Golf Scene if you want to check the link in the description. Richard and I started bag tags decades ago.
Mm.
They look like this. And it's just a fun thing to gamble. You want the lowest one, basically, and you play your buddy, and whoever wins gets the lowest number. And if all of you have them, you all get it. And there's some simple rules to our Wolfpack Disc bag tags. One, tags are always in play. So you show up at a course and somebody else has the tag as well. Uh, you swap. Whoever has the lowest at the end of the day, whoever shoots the best takes the lowest one. If there's multiple people, you discuss how you're going to do it, multiple cards. If people are playing different layouts, get creative and figure it out. But then let's say maybe after the event or after the round, you guys go have a pint afterwards, shoot a little game of pool. Tags are on. Maybe
Yep.
play a little darts in the bar. Tags are on. Maybe go home later that night playing euchre with some friends. You all have Wolfpack tags. Play a little euchre. Play a little Monopoly for them. I don't care. But their number one rule with all Wolfpack things is don't get butthurt if you lose. It's just a piece of plastic with numbers on it. So I'm sending four tags to you and three of your friends, ranging in numbers 107 to 265.
Whoa.
Yep. To someone that wants to comment below why they like bag tags and why Richard and I are not old for also liking bag tags. So
It does
come
seem to
up.
be a thing. When we first started, it was huge. Like, oh, I got
Everyone
back.
had them.
In New York, it was huge.
Yeah, and
When
these
I
are
was out there,
lifetime.
like,
Most clubs make you
yeah,
buy every year. They're
no.
20 bucks on our website, by the way, if you want to support this great podcast and other podcasts like it. That's all I got for you, Richard. Send them out.
Yeah, thanks again for liking and subscribing down below. If you get to 1,500, then I'll be giving away a grip bag, but we're gonna need some help with that. I'd love to give that away, but we talk about this and we talk about fantasy disc golf after every disc golf pro tour event with our fantasy friends or whoever can make it that night. But it's fun. We'll talk some shit and talk about the players on the pro tour also, not just the Michigan tournaments. But hope to see you there and like and subscribe. Thank you, Brian. You're a wonderful host as always, and we'll see you out there on the course.